Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities Tarot. My name's Rochelle and I'm doing a reading for Taurus today. And Redbeard is here before I even began. So ready for this. So glad you're here. um, yeah, and what else can I even say? Should I just dive in? Yeah. Um, I want to start. How did I start? Yes. Oh, yeah. We've got the Heart's Hidden Secrets. Ooh, Lioness Kitty Cat is here. Good morning. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. And Mojo Tarot made it. Awesome. Yeah, starting with the Heart's Hidden Secrets. And yeah, we'll see what's going on. Just remember this is general. So take what resonates and leave the rest. And the sun. Yay. Oh, almost all of my main peeps. I love you guys. All right. I cannot shuffle this deck. Maybe it's because I'm shuffling in my lap. All right, Taurus. What do we got for Taurus? Healing, releasing, purifying, and cleansing. I'd like to see that. Clinging, holding on, obsessing, and spying. Aries had this yesterday. Second card out, too. Heart fog, mixed signals, blocked emotions, messed up. Well, yikes. Okay, so you're healing from a situation where either someone was clinging on to you and having trouble letting you go, or you're healing from a situation that you've been having a really hard time letting go of with this heart fog. Um, it's been difficult accessing your emotions. You're feeling messed up because of something that happened here with somebody. Obsessing and spying. I mean, it's like, yeah. Um, but you're releasing this. You're taking time to heal, to purify, to cleanse yourself, your energy. Maybe you're saging or palo santoing. um, it's a tough situation, and the thing with healing, you're working on it. You're in the process. Healing is a process, and it can be quite painful, and it can be difficult at times because it's like you kind of hit these like benchmarks, I guess, where it's like, oh, I'm actually feeling better today. Yay, I'm finally through this. And then the next day you like dip even lower than you were before. You fall back into where you were. Yeah, it's kind of it's not a quick and easy thing. Just one day you're over it. Usually it's one day you realize I'm over it, but it's all the things that lead up to that can be difficult. But you're working on it. You're working on clearing that heart fog. There's still an element of feeling attached. And maybe this person has been giving you mixed signals. And you start to release and then they draw you back in or something. Okay, so I'm going to do a Celtic cross spread for you. I'm going to go with the Tarot of Mystical Moments. Hey, Linda is here. It was your birthday yesterday. I saw that in the chat afterward. Happy birthday. Okay. So let's see. Can I make more space? It's always more space. Okay, so I'm gonna lay these out first. Okay. Got a lot of pages on the table here. There could be kids involved, maybe just a lot of communication. The pages are messengers, um, bringing messages. Okay, so we start off here with the Ace of Pentacles as the main situation. There's something here that has taken root, that is growing, or some kind of opportunity, maybe some kind of offers being made, crossed by the Two of Cups. This can either be that this opportunity has to do with a soulmate, with somebody that you have a very strong bond with. Or it can be that somebody that you have this very strong bond with is getting in the way of a new opportunity. There's collaboration here, teamwork, being on the same page. It makes me think that this person is, well, I don't know. Based on the other, let's start that over. Um, in a sense, it feels like this person is there. Something's working between the two of you, on the surface, at least. Under the surface, um, there's this moving away from chaos and conflict. So maybe you and somebody have finally figured out how to get on the same page, how to make decisions that don't end up in conflict, don't result in some kind of drama or something. This could also be where you've been working with someone, it's been going pretty well, but there could be some conflict, and you're kind of it's starting to bubble up. Maybe it hasn't quite come to the surface yet, or maybe you've been trying to ignore it because you're like, well, no, we made this agreement and we're working on the blah blah blah. And um meanwhile, there's a part of you that's like, this isn't working for me. I got to move away from whatever is going on here. In the past, we have the World, the major ending, closing out of a cycle, um, kind of moving to the next level, feeling really accomplished. You've made some major strides here in some way, in order to have some kind of new beginning. And it's so interesting that we have the World here in the recent past, and then currently we have this Ace of Pentacles. Now, keep in mind, everyone's on a different timeline. So it could be where you're still in the process of ending something, of closing something out, gaining some kind of very important knowledge in order to have a new beginning. But ultimately, we have this ending that leads to this new beginning, this new opportunity. Um, Potentially with somebody. Now, in the near future, we've got this Four of Pentacles. It's an energy of holding back, particularly in this deck. This card it's like keeping yourself hidden, feeling like you need to keep yourself safe, that you can't open yourself up to the world at large, that you need to protect your assets, what's most important to you. It's like as this new beginning is happening, you're very invested in how it works out. And there's a part of you that could feel like you need to figure out how to control where this opportunity goes, how it plays out somehow. Um and trying to be strategic about it, but I feel like what's happening is you're closing yourself off to potentially how big this can actually grow. um you have a vision in mind of what needs to happen, and it's closing you off to the possibilities because you're not thinking of them. You're kind of more um kind of focused on one particular way it can happen. And I don't know, this 2 of Cups just it could be where you feel like this if this opportunity is involving somebody that you have a really strong connection with, you could feel like you want to make them your own, that you want to um possess this person. um you don't want to share. You want to take them and lock yourself away and just have it be the 2 of you, or they could be feeling this way about you as well. So, your energy, we have the 10 of wands. Whatever's going on, it's a labor of love. And you're realizing that you need to close out a cycle. You need to drop the burden, or you're in the process of dropping the burden. I feel like that's a part of that kind of ties in with this world card, where you've learned your lesson, you're moving on, and you're kind of at that point where you're like, okay, this has become too much. This is too difficult. But there's a part of you still holding on, still obsessing because you put a lot of energy and effort into carrying something, moving something forward, taking it to the next level. It's been a lot, but in a sense, it's been worth it for you. But you're finally to the point where you're like, okay, I've done all the things. I've carried this burden as far as I can go. Now I'm ready to release it. I'm ready to start over, to start from scratch. Um Whoever this is you're dealing with, there could be, okay, someone's someone's coming to you with some kind of communication, some kind of message. They could be coming to you with an apology. Um, there's somebody here who I feel like it's this 2 of Cups, this 2 of Cups person, somebody who you have this really strong bond with, who's coming to you to talk to you. Maybe they just really enjoy your company. If this is somebody new, um, newer to your life, they're part of this new cycle. There's this kind of this sweet energy of like, hey, I'm really interested in who you are. Tell me more. I want to get to know you. And this is, you're sort of in this limbo um energy where you're like finally letting something go, but you haven't completely, like, you have to whatever you've been doing, it's kind of backbreaking in a way. Like you're kind of sore and tired from being hunched over. And you're like, okay, I just need to like get my bearings, like stand straight, stretch my back, um, get used to not carrying a burden before I begin the process of growth. And so this person is it's a very new energy. This person could be younger than you, or they're just generally a little, I don't know, they're the PC way to say it. They're just maybe not as emotionally mature as you. Um, but this person, they think that you are kind of fascinating. They want to get to know you more. And they're coming to tell you about it. Or, like I said, they're coming to apologize for something that happened. And maybe because you're in this process of healing and releasing energetically, um, people can feel when you energetically release them. And it makes me think of the movie Swingers, um, from way back in the day. Vince Vaughn and John, oh my God, his name is blanking on his name. Anyway, I it's basically about this guy who's getting over his this relationship that has ended, and he's talking to a friend right in the very beginning, and his friend is like, no, you need to get over her, and then she'll come back. That's what always happens. And he's like, well, what if I pretend to get over her? And he's like, no, it doesn't work that way. You have to actually be over her. And so he's just trying to figure out, like, how do I get her to want me to come back to fix this? And it's like, well, there's nothing you can do but work on yourself and let it go. And then it eventually ends up working out that way. Um, so there's just kind of this feeling of you needing working on releasing this person, and that could be bringing them back because energetically now they don't feel you in their space anymore. Um, or like I said, it could be someone new. So your hopes and fears it's all around transformation. you want you want to end a cycle. You want to close something out once and for all. But there's something that's compelling you to continue to hang on, to hold on. I feel like you don't want to obsess anymore if that's what's happening. You don't you're ready to a part of you is ready to let go. That's a part of the healing. But and on the other side of letting go is this major transformation, is the ability to have a new beginning and to be ready for the next new adventure. You want it, but you're resisting it. And I think it's very common. Um, it's like we want the change. We want to be at that place where we're already there and settled, but we have to go through all the stuff in between to get us there, which is um, often annoying and painful and time consuming and emotionally taxing. And it's like moving. You just want to be at the new place where you're already settled, but you have to go through all the process of packing up and moving all the stuff and then unpacking. It's a whole thing. Anyway, um, so potential outcome here is the Page of Swords, which is interesting because Page of Swords is often read as spying. um, I feel like you, because this page of swords is a little different than in other decks. This guy is all about learning. I mean, the pages typically are students, and he's got the graduation cap on. The world card also speaks to kind of a graduation, and it's like having learned enough to move to the next level, to move out into the world, to take your knowledge and spread your ideas. um Possibly you could have some kind of like new, how do I say it, yeah, like feeling a newfound sense of direction about where you want to go, about the next level, the next steps, the next phase. um if there is any spying going on, one of the things that pops into my head is, um as you are going through this transformation, somebody else, maybe this person who comes back with the apology, if that is what's happening, now they're watching you level up. Or maybe, yeah, but I don't know. I definitely, he's got his hand on his heart. I feel like this is a very sincere energy about, taking an oath even. Like, I vow to, you know, like devote my life to the pursuit of knowledge, or something like this, or some particular kind of knowledge. So let me pick a card from the Sacred Rebels Oracle. Ah, okay, where's my book? Oh, there it is. Okay. So we've got what is already with you. And look at those. Are those butterflies? I think they're moths. One of my favorite readers, San Tarot, she talks about how the moth is so much more powerful than the butterfly. It's a similar kind of transformation, but there, because the moth is, it's about darkness and, kind of, it's connected to the moon and intuition. There's a much more potent energy with the moth. Anyway, what is already with you? 17. You hold in your hand that which you seek. In other words, the pair of spectacles you have been rummaging around the house for are sitting on top of your head. That happened to me yesterday. What you are seeking, perhaps by exploring far and wide, is actually right under your nose. And maybe you don't see that because of this heart fog. You're not fully through the healing process, and so things still seem kind of murky, and you're missing what's like really obvious, what's right there, because of your blocked emotions still being stuck on the past. That's what I mean, well, holding on and obsessing. Uh-oh, I have to sneeze. Huh. Do I? Maybe not. Sorry. Okay. You may not like this idea that something is right under your nose. It is so much more wonderful to imagine there is something yet to find. Of course, there's unlimited creative potential and always something more that can be. Yet, in this instance, it is important for you to know that you already have what you need and what you want. What is already with you. So, you may have somebody here who is a perfect match for you, or again, there's this very strong connection, and you could be totally missing how important this connection is because of still dealing with closing out something from the past. And it just, there's, you just need to see it, but in order to see it, you have to get through this healing. You have to finally drop the burden. Okay, so let me just see if there's anything else here that needs to be. This, okay, all you need to do is accept this and act with what you have available to you. Accept that. Okay, it says it doesn't mean it's the end of the story, although it does ask you to give up the fantasy that a perfect solution lies in the future somewhere. Instead, it asks you to acknowledge that everything necessary for success is with you now. Yeah. You have what you need. You have the tools, you have the knowledge, you have the understanding, and you just have to work on focusing on what's out already around you. So, where are we at? Let me finish with a chakra card. Uh, Dropped one. Where'd it go? 3. I guess I'll keep these on. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mojo Tarot. Yeah, I've been sneezing a lot. I'm hoping I'm not on the path to the fall sickness. It's definitely going around. All right, root chakra, Muladhara. You are of the earth as you are of heaven. And I love that you're an earth sign. Allow the greatest mother of all to support and nourish you, meaning the earth. You are provided for in all ways. You are safe. And that really speaks to this. Allow the greatest mother of all to support and nourish you. What is already with you. Focusing, so it has to do with being grateful for what you do have, for what is provided for you, the food, the water, the air, what it is that helps to keep you grounded. I think like going out in nature is going to help with this heart fog, is going to help you gain some clarity, some very needed clarity. And it's going to help free up your emotions. I feel like there's something here that I'm missing, but ultimately it feels really good because you're so close. You're so close to where you want to be, and it's all part of the process. Um, just don't, keep releasing, purifying, cleansing. Keep, doing what you can to heal yourself from whatever has has been difficult. And you're gonna turn the corner. You're gonna figure something out. You've done it before, you're gonna do it again. And know that whatever like, it's a whole part of the circle of life. Things need to end in order for things to begin. Death needs to happen in order for rebirth. So, anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thanks again so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing.